and I got to sit there and listen to a few minutes of a story they were talking about, and all of a sudden everything in my head was just like cranking this rant out that's in my head, and it just it grabs hold of you, you know, and then all of a sudden all this stuff that I had in my head a minute ago and how I was going to say it and all that stuff goes right out the window, and there you are. But I'm going to get to this stuff too. But the show I was watching, did I forget anything?
No.
How y'all doing and all that stuff?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You're good.
Good deal. Got to check. The story was about how prior presidents have handled tragedies in our country before, and we all know by now just how Donnie's trip to Dayton, Ohio, and to El Paso went. It didn't go. How did the White House put it? It didn't go as well as planned. No shit, you reckon? You reckon he was met with protests in Dayton, Ohio? He was met with protests in El Paso. It appears like he visited some people in Dayton, and it appears that he visited nobody in El Paso. I believe he did get to see the little 2-month-old baby that survived, whose mom and daddy were shot and killed, and he got to visit with the 2-month-old, I guess. It's the only one he got to see, I think. But they were talking about how this man, and y'all know I hate to call him anything, but that man in our house, that man that sits in our house, that defiles our house every day, when he got on the damn plane in Dayton to fly to El Paso, he's getting on his little Twitter feed, and he's talking about how the mayor and the governor of Ohio in Dayton were mean to him, and you know, it didn't look right, and he wasn't getting the praise that he should have got. It's, are you shitting me? Yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's on his way to El Paso, and he calls out Beto O'Rourke for not only using the name Beto, which he does, which again points to his racist shit. Oh, you know, Beto's only using that name because he wants you to think he's Hispanic. Oh yeah, with the last name O'Rourke, you reckon, Donnie? You stupid idiot. But that's what it's just another thing to go out and shove out in the world. But the headline on that was me, and it was appropriate because they got video of his ass standing in the hallway of a hospital where 22 people just got killed in that city, and he's standing in the hallway talking about the crowd size and how much bigger his crowd size was than Beto O'Rourke. And how he had twice as many people outside, and oh, they loved me. That's what they were talking about. That's what that little shit of a person, that disgusting excuse for a human being, was talking about himself, baby. The only time we expect him to act presidential is in a tragedy like this, and he can't do that shit. They sent him out in front of the teleprompter the other day all drugged up to denounce white supremacy. Are you shitting me? He is the biggest white supremacist this country has ever seen. I believe he's the head of the Klan. I heard. I don't know. But he sure acts like it, baby. And they were showing clips. They showed clips of Clinton after the Oklahoma bombing and how he addressed the crowd, and Reagan after the Challenger disaster, and George Bush after 9/11. In a mosque. And those words that they spoke were meant to unite a country that was divided, that had just suffered a disaster, a strike to the heart, baby. And that's what this was. This was a strike at the heart of America. And it didn't stop there. No, they carried it all the way into Mississippi. Let's have a great big ICE raid. First day of school, baby. Let's go round up 680 people who had jobs and arrested them. There's a fear that's burning in this country, and it is stoked by racist and a narcissistic asshole who can't do anything but screw this country up because he really doesn't give a shit. If you're looking for empathy from that man, you're not going to get it. It doesn't matter to him who dies, how many die. He could give a shit less. It's all about him and his ratings, how they're looking at him, how he appears on the news. They didn't want him there to begin with. This man is a disgrace to our house, a disgrace to our country, a pig on display. Just no, that's not saying good things about pigs. I like pigs better than I like this asshole. No, he's not going to show any empathy. He's not going to attempt to say the words that would bring a nation together that he hasn't drugged up and written down on a piece of paper for him so he can't screw it up. And even then he does. Toledo, really? No, he can't keep the name straight because he doesn't give a shit. And he's not going to, baby. He doesn't apologize for crap. It's all about Donnie, 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 Donnie. You know, you just have to wonder what all those kids felt when they went to school yesterday and all of a sudden mom and daddy's gone because there were parents arrested in that raid. What the hell is that about? You know what I didn't see on the news? You know how I didn't see locked up in handcuffs? The manager, the owners of the companies that hired those people. And they hired them for a reason, baby. And this is the way it goes in this country. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants, we don't want them except the companies that want them to work on the floor for nothing. Shut your mouth. You work your ass off, get paid what we pay you, and if you complain, we'll ship your ass back to Mexico. That's the kind of threats that they work with. That's the kind of disgusting shit that goes on in this country. I don't want to hear any Republicans whining about oh, the immigrants are taking their job. Are you shitting me? Why don't you just shut your mouth, work for cheaper, and let people abuse your ass? Have to work like the guy out there that got picked up had to work. Those people work hard. They got families. They're paying taxes, assholes. They've already let 300 of them go because of the outrage of this country. Because they had families, they had kids in school. But it shows a heartless soul being buried in this country at the top of our leadership in the White House. There's no empathy, and that spreads, baby, that spreads. And the way it spreads, there's a part of the headline right there. The ways in Sue Gordon, she is second in command at the Director of National Intelligence. She is second under Coates. Remember Coates? Donnie's getting rid of Coates because Coates said something Donnie didn't like. This lady has 25 years in the CIA. She is the top pick, baby. But Donnie's not going to pick her. He wants to pick from a list he wants. And he wants that list to include anybody hired within the last 90 days or longer. So if you just got hired in at the CIA 3 months ago, hey, you could be Director of National Intelligence if you just kissed Donnie's ass. Because that's not what he's not looking for somebody to run that department who knows what's going on and who knows the intelligence agencies. No, he's looking for an ass kisser. That's how come he got Ratcliffe down here in Texas. But he can't make it because he's a buffoon, doesn't know anything, and lies through his ass. What a great view for Texas that is, ain't it? There's another story down there. I ain't got nothing written down, but it says Texas has a chance to turn blue. Yep, it's in the news. You're damn right, because 3 of them damn Republicans in this state are backing their ass out. They're dumping it on the trail. Why? Because the Republican Party is nothing but a cowardly party, a party of enablers. A party that doesn't have any guts, that lied about everything they ever said they were. It goes deep, baby. Matthew Gerbert. Works for the State Department, baby. Works in Washington, D.C. He works in the... He's a foreign affairs officer. He's on leave today, starting today, because it just came out in the news today that he's the leader of a white supremacist group in Washington, D.C. He's known for having parties at his house with a bunch of white supremacists to spread the story. He publishes a propaganda online news thing about white supremacy and all that in our State Department. So we've talked about this before when you say, well, John, how are they in our military? Are they in our... Yes. Yes, baby, they're everywhere. They used to hide under rocks. They used to hide under rocks, but not anymore, baby. They come out because they are emboldened, baby. They feel that Trump power just washing over them. They get the signs from him. They get the little tropes that he throws out there. Give them the okay. You know, wink, wink. Got to get rid of that white supremacy. Wink, wink. Praise for the glorious leader. That's all he gives a shit about. But he was the leader of the white nationalists in Washington, D.C. Yeah, he's on leave today. Don't know if he's going to get fired yet because we got to figure out if being a white supremacist is against the rules working for civil service. Does it really have to be written down? Do you really want a white supremacist working in your office openly, having party at his house? Gee, I wonder what his conversation at the cocktail party goes like. Yeah. Tucker Carlson says it's not a problem, though. We don't have a problem with no white supremacists. Ah, that's a hoax, like the Russian thing. It's a hoax. Well, Tucker's on vacation. It was previously planned, they say. I don't think so. Why didn't he pack up Laura Ingraham and take her with him? And get Sean Hannity in and pack up all the guns they want and go sit on a freaking island somewhere. They're disgusting. Fox News is disgusting. That whole program over that is the biggest anti-American bullshit you could put on your TV. It is disgusting lies and propaganda. Brought to you by the Russians, evidently. I'm tired of big business and big corporations running everything. They say now that Donnie's, after the shooting now, we were going to talk about gun control, but evidently, the NRA has already contacted Donnie and give him the warning, buddy. You can't be doing no background check. We're not going to. Your supporters aren't going to stand for that, Donnie. Hey, we got a message for your supporters, Donnie. Kiss our ass. And the only way to fix this shit is to remove him, to get him out of our office, and take the Republican stinking party with him. Every day this goes by, I'm more and more disgusted with that, because I've listened for years and years and years of bullshit Republicans coming out and talking about how godly they are and how their morality is so high in their integrity, and we have to bring integrity back to the White House. You remember all that bullshit they sell? Well, that's what it is, baby. Bullshit. And it all on display right now. Because there's not a Republican out there that's willing to stand up against this man, to say anything. They're cowards. They're wondering how much more money they can steal before they have to leave, before they get thrown out of office. Hey, anyway, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, baby. What else I got written down here? Yeah. You want to know what else he's inciting? In Missoula, Montana. A 39-year-old man named Kurt Brockaway took a 13-year-old boy up by the neck and slammed him into the ground, fracturing his skull. The kid had to be airlifted. His crime was that he didn't take off his hat during the national anthem. Kurt was offended, so he picked him up and slammed him down. And when he was arrested for it, his excuse was that he felt that he was standing up for his commander-in-chief. Says punish those who don't stand. That's where he got it from. Remember Donnie? Remember Kaepernick? About the kneeling? We should all kneel. There ain't a one of us should stand while that man is in our house. Every one of us should kneel at everything until he's gone. His disgusting racism, his bigotry, his ignorance, his lack of morality, and his lack of empathy for anything except the dollar, the almighty money grubbing. And it's the same thing that he teaches his kids. The Trump name just means one thing. It means crap. It means shit. it means you're getting screwed, baby. Whatever you're paying for a Trump hotel room or a Trump restaurant or a Trump golf club, baby, it's all going in to pay the bills to Mother Russia. That's where that money's going, baby. He owes Pooty a whole lot of money. Anyway, I had it all set what I was going to do until I seen that program. Until I seen even W, who I despised right up until the time Donnie came into the picture and overtook him for what W did in Iraq. But they showed even him, as dumb as he was, stood up and tried to bring this country together in a place that he knew was going to impact the country. I was working in a federal building the day Oklahoma got blown up. And I remember how the conversation went, because we had large trucks pulling up to our building all the time, unload and load shit. How easily that could have been anybody, any of us working anywhere. But I remember Clinton and how he talked. Yeah, we don't have that shit. We don't have that. We have a narcissistic asshole who is more concerned about what the news is saying about him than he has any concern for anybody that was shot and anywhere. Anyway, let's move on with the show, baby. Done got my shit out of my mind and out of my head. So how are you, Velda? Oh, Velda's got her mic off. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm here.
There you go.
I'm
baby.
here. It's just, I've just got a lousy connection a little bit tonight.
Oh, your turn, huh? I done went
Yep.
through mine. I'm hoping mine holds fast for tonight. Well, I'm glad you're here, darling.
John, can I make a shout out to somebody on your
Nope,
show
can't do
tonight?
that, baby. Nope, can't do that. Nope. Travis will get all
Okay.
pissed off. I would let you, but Travis would really get mad, probably pull the plug on the whole. No, baby, are you shitting me? Go ahead and shout out whoever you want to.
Okay,
I'm
I
just
got a
teasing.
I got a letter today in the mail from Rose Taylor
Oh.
from Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
And she sent me a blue dot, and it says "Viva la Resistance."
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Don't you wish you would have got one of those? And what? And what?
And so, thank you very much, Rose. I appreciate it very much.
What'd you get in that letter?
A blue dot.
Ah, pretty one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Rose Taylor's such a sweet person. Cause I got one too.
Metallic blue.
Yes, I did.
Yay.
Yay! I know it. Travis got two. I got two.
I had a
We're
kettle
supposed
in the oven, and there's 45 minutes. I'm taking the guys to their 18 rising.
Uh-oh, Bud One, man. We got some feedback coming from you.
You can just leave it in there. Just
The boss talking to me.
Oh, that's oh. You better listen up then. You better listen up. How are you? How are you, Bud Man?
Tell me, you're laughing.
I'm doing good.
Good deal. Good deal. Good. You better
Oh,
make sure the boss is comfortable.
Better give me orders. Leave.
Yes. Yes, Velda, I'm very happy. I was going to save mine till tomorrow because I'm on Friday show, but I got a letter from Rose today too, and I have blue dots also. So I think
I just love it. It's my first letter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you don't put your address out there. So you put your address out there like me. People send you all sorts of letters. I got plenty, baby. I got letters. Don't look. I get swelled up sometimes when I look at. I got boxes of them. I got 2 boxes of letters over there that we're getting ready to plaster the whole walls with.
And we need to encourage that amongst everybody because we have a great community going in, talking to each other online. But yo, send each other some letters.
Yeah, if you get connected up with somebody online, then swap addresses.
Send Velda more letters too.
Send Velda more letters. That's what you need to do.
Velda works hard. I want her to get more
does,
letters.
Indeed. Keith,
Well,
how are you?
I've almost got the camcorder figured out.
Good.
Oh, good. Good. We're gonna just make you a star, baby. We're gonna put you out there as soon
And
as
I'm
you
fixing
do.
to dye my hair blue.
All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
It has been discussed to do my beard blue. It has. You know.
You wouldn't do it.
My hair
Well,
has turned Snow White almost, and so yep, the blue dye is going to work just fine.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go. That's gutsy. I like
It's
it.
going to be what is it? I've got it right here. It's called
Oh, you done picked out the color.
Oh yeah, atomic turquoise.
There you go.
There you go. Atomic turquoise.
Yeah.
Colleen Collins, I love you too, baby. I just seen it up there. Donna Bonacosi, how you doing, darling? And Randy Curvin's out there, so y'all quit talking about him. Well,
Never.
Never. I love it.
Hey,
baby. I
Blue
love
Dots,
it.
how you guys doing?
I'm doing fine, Keith, and you? How you doing, Keith? Keith?
All is good. Just
Good.
listening to the conversation and checking everybody out. All
Oh,
is
yeah.
good.
We're all here, baby. We're all here. Got to make it through this shit. There's too much going on. There's just, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I had all my stuff in my head until I watched that little thing about, you know, all the other presidents and how they handled themselves. And then we just see on display how Donnie handled himself in typical Trump fashion. You know,
Exactly.
you know, it just, when put in context. Now, when you just see Donnie by himself, you just get pissed. You know, look at the idiot. He can't say anything. He's talking about his crowd size. Ain't that ridiculous? Whoop out your pecker. Let's see how big it is, Donnie. Let's talk about that. No, it's all
Get
about
your
him.
magnifying glass.
Yeah, I did. You'd have to find one too, babe. From what I understand, I seen her on who was that? What show was it? Was it Stephen Colbert show? I think.
Yeah, I think you're.
Yeah, I
think so.
can get him on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
share
TW.
on
That's
Facebook and
TW
say,
Travis. How you doing, buddy? I had to
Hey.
look up. I had to look up. Hey, before we get carried away, I want to thank Joseph Carson for joining our Patreon family, and Javier Cruz for subscribing to our YouTube channel, baby, which is wonderful because we're not up on YouTube right now, and that just torques my ass off every time I look over there. I miss a lot of our YouTube family that are normally here, and they won't get to see the show until after it's all over with. But we're going to do our best. It just pisses me off for the next 3 months. But
Is that a solid 3 months? They're not going
that's
to
just, yeah, they gave me a date, October something. I think it's 28th or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it wraps my, it just does. It just chaps my ass. You know, because that's our family. You know, it's part of our family. And
You guys pulled me in quick.
what's that?
I was in the green room. I said you guys pulled me in quick. I was talking in the green room. All of a sudden, I'm there.
Dude, Travis will reach up there and grab anybody and jerk them right down at any time. You never can tell who he's going to pull in. I try to keep busy running my mouth. That's my job. That's what he tells me. John, Dad, you just talk. So I got the rough job.
And there are times that he refuses to do that. You'll watch me do something. What the hell are you doing? It's like, pay attention to your own shit.
Well, he has to work on a particular screen over
So
here.
how is Blue Dot tonight?
Oh.
Everybody good?
We're doing good. We're doing pretty good. Nothing, no, nothing bad today. Normal day. Had a few chores to do. And, you know, only got extremely pissed off when I sat down to watch the news. You know, and then,
I'll see. I've been gone, so I haven't watched the news. So
oh, you missed a
Inform
doozy
me.
today. Well, nothing that can't be
Inform
predictable. You know, Donnie visiting people in the hospital, telling them about what the big crowd he had and how he beat Beto O'Rourke. That was the big story. Because that's what's important when you go to visit people after a tragedy, is that they know how big a crowd size you have.
The hospital
Seen on the news.
patients in El Paso didn't even want to meet the man.
No, nobody in El Paso wanted to meet with him. They all refused. I understand, though, they brought that little baby in. Like, they're going to brag on that? Are you shitting me? Really? White House is going to
Somebody
bag.
can't talk back.
Yeah, somebody who can't talk back. You could look at the baby and, oh, I'm sorry, your burns are dead. Okay, let's go. You know, that's who he is.
I bet he didn't even hold the baby.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. And
I wouldn't let him hold it.
I wouldn't want him.
I wouldn't want to shake hands with him.
I wouldn't either. Get me within earshot of him, and he's going to hear some shit. Him or Pence.
He'd think it was paper towels and throw it to the crowd.
Yeah. Hi, Jen.
Hi, kids.
How you doing tonight, darling?
I'm all right.
Good. Suffering through another day of this shit.
Yeah.
Sorry if you guys hear me eating. A friend of mine brought me a tamale, and oh my God, they're awesome.
Okay, so
from
the rest of us, kiss our ass.
I know, I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and brag on eating tamales right here.
Stop it.
Oh man.
Man, tamales.
I know it. You say that, and I keep thinking, well, let's take a ride. Maybe there's somebody down the highway
You
selling.
can hope. It's like what 3 times out of 10 there's someone out there selling tamales.
Yeah.
Notice that was a low number.
All I gotta do is go to Kensett and get them.
I've been having enchiladas Jones going for the last few days.
Damn.
Man, that good eating is a long drive from Minnesota.
Yes, it is.
A friend of mine told me, he said, you can tell a good Mexican restaurant by the tamales. If they make a great tamale, you know the food is good, because he said tamales are hard to make.
Yes, they are.
You know what makes it for me? The tortilla. I can tell what kind of restaurant I'm in when I pick up that tortilla. I can tell if it's store-bought and just heated up back there on the griddle, or was it handmade in the back. And Travis knows.
Oh yeah.
If I go someplace else to buy our morning tacos, other than Carmen's up there, they're just not the same. And it's not the ingredients inside; it's the tortilla itself. You know.
And the lack of ingredients on the inside.
Yeah.
I like corn tortillas.
I do too, baby.
Yes.
I do too.
A buddy of mine, his name is Preston Martinez. He said, "You ever seen the Mexican with heartburn?" And I said, "Nope." He goes, "That's because we eat a whole lot of enchiladas and
lots of peppers, baby. A lot of
There
peppers,
you
baby.
go.
You can come to my house. We have two containers of jalapenos in our refrigerator. We have
Oh, I
Mama's.
know. I eat those like the pickles.
Oh, we have 2 containers in there. One of them contains Mama's jalapenos, and the other one contains my jalapenos. The difference being, Mama's jalapenos are grown to be milder. They're sliced open and have the seeds taken out, and mine are bred to be hot as hell, and the seeds and everything are right in there, and you just bite into the whole
Oh
thing.
yeah, I love the seeds. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Go ahead, Jen.
I don't do hot.
You don't do hot?
Well, no, I hate the burning feeling, and my stomach later says, "Don't do that to me."
I gotta sweat a little bit.
Oh, there you go. You get that sweat right above the eyebrows. You know, get that breath
As a
going.
Minnesota boy,
Yeah.
I'd be running to the bathroom so fast.
Well, you know, Keith, that's how come you eat ice cream, buddy. That's how come you eat hot peppers, and then right after that, you can eat ice cream.
Or lots of snow.
That way, when you run to the bathroom, you can be sitting there saying, "Come on, ice cream. Come on, ice cream."
But I'll give you horseradish. That'll turn me.
Oh, baby, no.
I can eat hotter horseradish than I can peppers.
I have learned my limit on peppers. I love jalapenos. Jalapenos to me are not that hot. When you start getting into
Habanero?
well, yes, a habanero, but one step up from damn it, serrano peppers. Serrano peppers are a little hotter. And
What about that ghost pepper?
Oh yeah, we have that. We had the Carolina Reaper. Are you shitting me? That the kids a few years ago.
Don't you
My
fucking
other
involve
kid.
me in this shit.
Yeah. Ordered.
I'm sorry, but I don't think the Carolina Reapers are very hot, and I've had those.
Have you? Well, I didn't go there because they ordered them
No, I
all
haven't
live,
had-
and they got over there. They're all going to be brave and see who can eat them. And they offered it up to me, and I said, "No, baby, I'm 66 years old. I already know what it feels like. Hell, knock yourself out, And they did.
I haven't done the ghost peppers, but I've done the Reapers. To me, they just are just sweet.
Yeah.
The best way to cool your mouth down after biting into something that is super hot is a dash of lick your hand, put some salt on there, salt,
What?
and lick it, and a glass of milk.
Yeah.
The milk works because the capsaicin in peppers is fat soluble, and it's the fat in milk that helps.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
It also helps on horseradish.
I know the milk
Is that
works.
before the bathroom run or after the bathroom run?
It depends
On the
your,
way.
Yeah. It better be cold milk. And I always found it only works while I'm drinking it, so I'm drinking it real slow, but I won't stop. You know, it's like when you stop and it hits you again. So I would just sit there and keep that glass up there and just keep that milk just going little by little by little for a while.
Well, it's funny that your hot restaurants offer soda and stuff, because soda and water and those sorts of things just slosh the hot around and make it worse. So you drink more stuff and spend more money. But you have milk, and it actually cancels it out pretty quick.
Boy, howdy.
I order one of each, iced tea and milk.
There you go.
Donna Badacosi, you asked me a question right there. How was that jerky, John? Well, we have two very fine opinions, mine and Tyler's, because we've been eating it up. It has a whole lot easier way to eat. It's easier than a regular jerky. It's more like shreds. It was really delicious. Thank you very much, darling. I love it when people send me something to eat. I'm just like, oh, cool. I got a package one time from the Dot sisters. Had cookies. I had cookies, like 3 dozen cookies, 4 dozen cookies. They sent me a lot of cookies, baby. I was eating cookies for a while. Anyway. So what else is going on in America besides having an asshole for a president?
Not much
Not
else.
much.
The Packers are beating up on the Houston Texans.
Hey.
I seen something come out of Kentucky.
What come out? Oh, what come out of Kentucky?
Trump's committee chairman in Kentucky has been arrested for
Oh no.
sex trafficking.
Check the date on that. I want to know if that's a new story or one I talked about before. If it's the same guy. that would
He's
be.
got a
what?
fat in the face.
I think that this
I forgot to write his
Epstein
name
is
down.
gonna really screw him soon.
What's that, TW?
I think this Epstein thing is going to screw him soon.
It's sooner
Oh,
or
that
later,
would be
baby.
funny.
Sooner or later, you know, because it was in Epstein's mansion that the allegations came that he raped a 13-year-old. That's where those,
Yep.
you know, he was been charged with that at one point, I think, or I'd have to refresh my memory on the story, but there was a charge against.
I heard that.
Yeah, and it was at
They
Epstein.
started it, and she got scared and got threatened, and she backed off.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Epstein, you know, he's got something to work with. He's got information. If he has any hope of
Touchdown.
saving his ass, touchdown. On who? See, Jen, are we gonna
Packers, of course.
on the
Packers.
boy? Well, you know, we're just lulling you into a false sense of security there. We're just letting you get.
Well,
You just
could
go
be
ahead
after
and think
last year.
that.
It's all in the plan, baby. It's all in the plan. See, tomorrow now. See, some people are trying to get me killed down here. I can go out in town and wear that. Trump sucks. I wear this one right here. He's a dick. You know, it's a crossword puzzle. Fill it in. The hint is Donald Trump. Put the D there. He's a dick. That's it. I don't have any problem. But no, somebody out there sent me another shirt that I got to wear tomorrow, baby. And I got to wear it. You know, when I wear a shirt, I wear it all day. It's me. He's going to get me killed. It's not enough that I have to put. It's not enough.
my.
I have to put the Arkansas Hogs up there. You know.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, woo pig, baby. Yeah. Now he done sent me a T-shirt for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Does he want you dead?
He
Did
wants
you
me
piss
dead.
him
Yeah, I
off?
think it's something he's got. You know, he's got it out for me. Look here, John. You got a Kansas City Chiefs shirt. Go wear it to town. Yeah. And I
Well,
will
it's not a
proudly.
good-
Randy Peterson. I'll be wearing it tomorrow. Like I said, normally. Oh look, there he is, Randy Peterson. Yes, I got a package from him today, and I should have worked tonight, but it's a Friday thing, baby, and so I was saving it for tomorrow. But yeah, he's trying to get.
You know,
me.
we have a shirt for a guy like you up here.
All right, I can
It
only
says,
imagine.
It says in big letters, "I am not a Packers fan."
I am not. What you want? Try to
And
get
then,
me?
and then below that it says, "I just know they're superior."
Yeah, shit. Well,
Hey, you stole that from Minnesota.
there you go. You stole it from Minnesota, Jim. We got you now.
My brother.
No.
brother
In Minnesota, it
once
says, "I
said,
just
"I'm
know
not
they're
a
Duluth."
cheesehead, I'm just act like one.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it does. It brings that air of football back into my lungs, having those games today. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, sports ball, sports.
Yeah, sports ball.
Sports, yeah.
Travis ain't, he just doesn't understand.
No, I understand. It's just not my thing.
Oh,
Put something with four wheels under someone's feet, and maybe
yeah.
something made out of snow, or I don't know, put someone on a bike. Yeah, that's the sports I'm into. It's not really. Well, I mean, yeah, it's competitive, but there's no bases, there's no basket.
Colorado, then, Travis.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, he would.
You would love the X Games in Colorado.
Oh, yes.
God, I would love to go to an X Games one day. One of these
Go
days.
Vikings! Damn, Claudia, I was just getting to like you, Claudia Reyes, Garcia.
See, that's what I don't understand. That's the thing about you sports fans, people. You guys like to make some
I'm just
rivalry.
kidding you, baby. You're good. Go Vikings. No, just see, there's a few teams that I really have in my heart, and Green Bay Packers is one of them because it's Vince Lombardi's team. If you love football, you love Vince Lombardi, and if you love him, how can you not like the Packers? So they're on the top of my list of the list that's not on my list. Yeah.
Travis, you can mix both. I used to have a friend who was one of the trainers for the Packers, and he got a hold of me for me the decal set for their helmets, and I put them on my Schnell approved racing helmet, which was bright yellow.
Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, I had to quit wearing it because I kept getting pulled over because corner workers thought it was a football helmet, not a racing helmet.
Oh,
So
shit.
I got black flagged.
Damn.
Boy, howdy.
Of course you can mix. I think what it is to me is like football, baseball, all the sports balls. I think it'd be funner for me to be there watching it than like watching it on television. You know what I mean? Like feeling the energy, watching the game. Or either that or actually even partaking in it, that could be funner. Because even though I mentioned I like skateboarding and stuff, it's also another thing like seeing it in person, It just there's an energy to it.
Yeah.
I know a sport you would have probably loved,
What's that?
and that's donkey basketball.
Oh, I've seen that.
What is that exactly?
Oh yeah, that's playing basketball. You just have to do it on the back of a donkey.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, I've
Or a
seen
way to
that.
get yourself killed.
Yeah.
Can you think Jenny would be into that?
No.
Sure?
No, she'd be at the concession stand.
You're not wrong. You're not
The concession
wrong.
stand.
Rose go.
Well,
Donuts
time
and popcorns. There you go, Denise Holt. Go Dallas Cowboys. See,
Last time
there's one.
Last
out
time I
there.
seen a donkey basketball game was in 1972.
Yeah, it's been a very long time. I don't know if they even still do that.
It's funny.
I love it.
The other day when we were
Jimmy
walking.
would just bite John.
Yeah, she would. She would too. She bit me. Damn.
Rose said the other day when we were walking up,
Broncos
she goes,
barely.
"Did Jenny like lose weight?"
Oh,
I'm like-
bless her heart. I
And
love
I'm like,
her.
"Nah, just wait until we walk past further and you'll see her from the other angle."
Oh, shut up.
And then it was like, "Oh yeah, no, she
You're
definitely
like your
didn't."
mother. She's fat. No, she's
She
not.
is.
She's pleasantly plump and she looks beautiful.
You don't say that about me. You don't
What?
say that about me.
You're a dude.
Pleasantly plump?
Plump?
I'd say I love you all the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, there you go. Don't be shitting on my parade. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Linda asks us what's in Donnie's taxes. Trouble. That's what's in Donnie's taxes. Lots of trouble. You know, he's suing the state of California now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's suing the state
Yeah.
of California because California passed a law that says, hey, you want to be president and be on the ballot in our state? We want to see your taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see your taxes. Yeah, well,
So
screw you,
now,
Trump. Yeah.
so now Donnie's
made it
Colorado's
Con-
trying to do that same thing.
How about
Made
the
it-
hypocrisy?
Yeah.
Donald Trump wanted to see Barack Obama's
Birth certificate, yeah.
which he got to
Yeah.
see.
Yes, which
But
he did.
now the Trump will not release it.
No, and I'll
Well,
tell you
then we
what,
should ask for.
we've said this
we should
from the
ask for his
beginning.
birth certificate.
If anything, if there's anything that can tell you who Donald Trump is that he will fight to the death to keep those taxes from being exposed because it shows him to be a broke ass crook that's in debt to Russia and to Saudi Arabia, evidently.
Yep.
Well, we know about Russia. I just recently found out about his bailouts from Saudi Arabia when he went bankrupt. So, see, these people play the long game. They knew. They just pull his ass out. He'd be worth something.
I always heard the Saudi prince owns a nice hotel. You know, he owns the penthouse suite in Trump Tower. So
there you go.
You know,
there you go. That's how that's how the money laundering goes. So it can be passed off as a real estate deal. Yeah.
Are you aware of the empty skyscraper the North Koreans built in Pyongyang?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
they have some.
It's
in
bigger
China
than the
too.
Empire State, and it was never finished. They ran out of money, and it would make a perfect hotel office building.
Ooh, Donnie ought to move over there.
I'm just wondering, does he have his eyes on that?
He might have. He already told Kim Jong Un the beach over there would be great. You know, they could develop and put condos out there, turn North Korea into just
It's a stunning building.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
more.
And that's that's what Donnie's making deals on. It's not anything for the safety of America or any kind of that bullshit. If he's doing anything, he's trying to make a deal for himself. And that's and that's what he's trying to do with Putin. You know, he's got personal deals going on. I just looked at a meme that somebody had put up on Facebook the other day, and it was the tweet from Donnie, and it just reminded me of who we're dealing with. And it was a tweet that he had met with Putin, and that they were thinking about developing a very an impenetrable defensive shield around cyber attacks, to prevent cyber attacks. Him and Putin talked about it. I think they were talking about how to hack into our systems. Is what I was thinking. It tells you who he is. He's the biggest traitor this country has seen since Benedict Arnold. You know, there has not been a bigger traitor. You know, the name Benedict Arnold, that name should be replaced with Donald Trump. It means the same thing. It's a traitor.
Trumpster, that's what they should be. You're a Trump.
Yeah, there's a lot of Trumpsters out there, and I, for the life of me, cannot understand how anybody in their right mind, and I specify that, can be a Trump supporter nowadays. Can still stand up and say, ooh, Donnie's a great guy. I love what he's doing for our country and all that shit. I just don't see how they can do that, you know, without lying to themselves.
Like that. She says, I will support him through thick and thin. And I looked at her and I said, you'll support Carnard. And when I pointed out these things I sat there, I pointed out everything. And I pointed that out to my cousins and my other nephews. My nephews and my cousins got it like down pat. Oh, wow, we shouldn't really support this guy. She doesn't care.
There are some that are diehard.
Sorry.
Yeah, they don't care. They're gonna.
Now they understand. They're like, I'm not supporting him no more. You know.
Yeah. And you're going to see it more and more. I believe we're going to see more Republicans decide to retire. To spend more time with their family, or go look up their ass to find out where their brain went. Stuff like that.
Please let one of them be
Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, we can make a list, baby. And Mitch the bitch is just this guy.
Paul.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got his Twitter feed suspended. Mitch did, because he videotaped the protesters in front of his house, and they took his site down for violent content because the people out in the street were yelling "Massacre Mitch." So that went past real quick. Massacre Mitch, Moscow Mitch. There's
no other fitting nickname for him, to be honest.
No.
But I love these videos of him doing his speeches and shit, and just there's a sea of protesters right in front of his face, which gives me hope that maybe Kentucky can...
I'm hoping, baby.
At the very least, get him out.
We got blue dots in Kentucky, baby. We got blue dots. We got blue dots in every state in this country.
And they say they're not very happy in Kentucky with him. So
I've read a few reports. He has his polls are dipping and all that stuff. I hope so. I hope Kentucky is embarrassed by this man. because of the fact that the news is talking about, and fill in the blank, election security, Mitch is standing on it. Gun security, Mitch is standing on it. You know,
and then he had Amy's name put on a tombstone at one of his rallies.
I think that's some shit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you're not talking about a guy that is up and proper. You know, he's playing the long game, and he's played dirty all his life. We saw it under Obama.
You think for a state that's known for its bluegrass that they would have a blue legislature?
You would think that a country that proud of America, that has heritage, that they should be very proud of, has somebody like that in their Senate as a representative. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, there's a lot of good people in Kentucky, in Tennessee. You know, these are places where you know, I've been up there, and I've visited with some of these people. You know, there's good people.
My mama's family came from there.
The power structure of those states has always been the plantation owner thinking.
Well, this is the time for a rising up in this country. I mean, this election, it cannot just be about Donald Trump. It has to be about the Republican Party. So in your own state, if you are in a red state, and baby, I am, you know, Texas. They love to brag on it, but we're purple. We're really purple and fixing to go blue. And every state in this union could go blue if they just recognize the Republican Party for what it is. It's a pack of liars, cheats, and thieves. They will say anything and do anything to stick their hand in your pocket, because evidently the lobbyists aren't paying them enough. You know, Mitch McConnell, $100 and something million, you know,
From Russia?
From the National the National Russian Alliance. You know, it's a payoff. It's a you're buying these people. They don't have any inkling at all about your shit out there, about how you live, how you have to work, how you have to earn a living, all that shit. They don't give a shit. They're interested in the only thing: how am I going to get reelected, and I need more money. That's what our leaders are most interested when they get up there in Congress. We don't need that shit, and we don't need it in our state houses. State house, what was that? Let me see. Sue Gordon, 89-year-old Donnie Booth. I thought I had a story there about that, but I don't, I guess. Or I lost it. It's not just the White House. It's the Senate. It's the Congress. It's the state houses in your state. It's who we elect locally. You know, because it all plays together, baby. The Republican Party here in Texas do nothing but want to try to stifle the vote, find out ways to block the vote or some shit like that. Hell, just the other day they passed 10 resolutions, gun resolutions, pro-gun resolutions. Abbott likes to stick it up our ass here. He's trying to keep this state as red as it can be. He loves the guns, baby. He thinks we all ought to be more guns around. That'll stop everything. He's like that idiot Sean Hannity. Everybody get a gun. If everybody has a gun, there's going to be a whole lot of people killed in a crossfire. Freaking idiot. You know, that mentality, it just, you know, it makes you mad, because how stupid can you be that you think the answer to gun violence is more guns? That'll stop it. Maybe more guns with bigger rounds, bigger capacity magazines, you know. Shit, it might get bad. Maybe we ought to throw a few hand grenades in there just in case. That kind of mentality. That's the NRA, baby. Because, go ahead.
I have open carry. I can open carry.
Yeah, you can open carry here in Texas. You
don't have
to conceal it.
But I don't.
No.
I choose not to.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's like, you know, you see that on your side, people are just like,
yeah, I don't want to be around you. You got a gun on you, you know, especially out in the hip on your open, which is allowable here in Texas. Yeah. You can take the old 6-shooter just like in the old West days, baby. Strap that baby on, put it on, and walk anywhere in Texas. Totally legal. You're not hiding anything.
But I don't have. You know,
no, why would you want to?
I go into places and it's like, you know, you just. I've had friends that have done that. Dude, why? Go put that in your damn car. You know. You don't need to.
No, it's a sickness with these people.
Problem is.
They all have this fantasy in their head that they're going to be the hero of something.
Yeah,
and they're
John
never
Wayne.
yeah, the John Wayne said, I'm going to be the hero. I'll rush in, and you're not going to do shit. You probably pull it out and shoot yourself in the foot. There ain't never a good guy with a gun around. That's bullshit. It's just another talking point the NRA sells. You know, it's
Well, look at the cop that was at the school shooting.
Yeah.
He didn't go in. He was too scared to go in.
No, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear a shot, you're going to think twice. You know, and these
Yeah.
people are trained for it, paid for it. You know.
I've actually had a gun pull and put right in my face, and I looked at the guy and I said, "You either better pull the trigger, or I'm gonna snap your wrist."
Yeah. My dad was well, that's not good. My dad was on the sheriff's department, Louisiana, St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana, sheriff's department. I say that because I was thinking about when I was young and he was going through training. He would come home and practice with me and my brothers on. You know, he was very cautious, but how to disarm a man with a gun, or you know what to do if somebody's got a gun in your face and shit like that. So I remember distinctly my dad practicing with us, and
the answer is run.
Yeah, the answer is turn around and go the other way.
My grandfather said in the day, you cannot call that bullet back.
No, baby, you pull that trigger and it changes your life forever. Forever. You're not going to be the same person ever.
And the bad thing with me is I have a little bit of taekwondo underneath my belt too, so it's like it doesn't scare me. You know, I mean, I've done retail and I've had actually, you know, I look at him and you better pull that trigger or you're going to have a broken arm.
I knew a gal, her name was Sammy, and she was working at 7-Eleven in Seattle. And she used to be in the military. This guy pulled a gun on her. She reached up, she grabbed that gun, twisted it around, grabbed it out of his hand, put it in his mouth, and called 911. She got fired.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get into this story, but anytime I have to think about what a gun can do, what a weapon can do, all I have to do is look down at my fucking left leg. That's all I have to do, baby, because I can see the damage it does. You know, you can't change a goddamn thing. When you pull a gun out, it's going to change you forever. No matter what end of that gun you're on, baby. It's going to change you for the rest of your life. And it's the answer, like Sean Hannity says, when we need more volunteers with guns all over the place, and it would just turn our country into an armed camp with and the attitude of more guns and more guns would just be more prevalent, and it would just snowball until you just, I don't know, where's the end point of that game? At what point do you realize what an idiotic thing it is to do? Nowhere else in the world is this happening except right here in America. This is it. The country of God and guns and guts, and that's what they love, baby. That's what irritates me sometimes. It is when they link, you know, their guns and their God.
And people buy it.
Yes. You see pictures. You know, they like to hold a picture of the Bible and the AR-15 and holding the flag, and they think that's America, baby. I feel sad for you if you think that's what America is. You know, because it's not, baby. It's
my
not.
nephew has had, you know, he was going somewhere and he'd had his Mustang. It wasn't too much after he had gotten his Mustang, and they had pulled him over. They thought that it was a Mustang out of somewhere in Seattle or something, and they were looking for two people, and it matched pretty much to the same exact, you know, that they were looking for. And he goes, they came out with guns drawn. I said, what'd you do? And he goes, I put my hands on the steering wheel, and I said, I'm not moving.
Well, you know,
that's good.
And you have to think. I was over at Maestro's the other day, and when I first got there, Maestro was looking at a video, and it was about a cop that had pulled over this black fella, and I guess the wife was recording it, and the interaction between the officer and the gentleman got crosswired.
Heated.
Yeah, it got heated up, and I agreed with Maestro that the cop was getting belligerent. He was belligerent from the get-go, and was being pushy. But the minute the cop went to go arrest him, and the guy jerked his hand and said, "Wait," that was it right there. In that split second that you jerked your hand, you gave that cop the justification to pull that weapon. And that's what, we got to that system because I've spoken about this before, how the difference of how somebody like Maestro or his brother or anybody of color, when those lights come on and what they think, what goes through their head and what goes through my head, that's different things, man. There's different things that's the systemic racism that is in our system. That's the result of that. It's in our society, and we have to work to get that shit out wherever we find it. And it's I'm getting off the thread. Anyway.
Well, you got to remember, the cop will always say he was in fear of his life.
Yeah, that's all he has to do.
True. True.
I mean, they killed a man for selling a single cigarette. A single cigarette. And the outrage comes. And out of that was born Black Lives Matter, and that movement, because of that feeling that they were not safe in their own country, in their own neighborhoods. And now what do we got? We got some idiot comes out of Dallas and we're gonna attack the Hispanic community. And then just for extra measure, on a few days later, we're gonna go have a big roundup, an ICE raid. Let's round up all the Hispanics. Let's get them in there. You Latino, get your ass over here. We'll figure out if you're legal later on. That's not.
600.
Yeah, 680. Was it?
That's why I went to.
Yes.
That's why he went to El Paso. So the right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing.
No. It's
I just can't believe the balls of that man to go to El Paso after that fucking rally.
Yeah.
And all the bullshit he said.
Yeah, because if you play his rally, if you get the look at the tape of that rally in El Paso last February, yeah, he was calling it an invasion, baby. That's what he was doing.
What a pompous son of a bitch.
He is. He was a racist asshole, and he lives on chaos. That's what this. I don't know how this is going to end up after these shootings. What are we going to do? Because now it's at some of the Democrat candidates are just calling Elizabeth Warren, he's a white supremacist. Beto O'Rourke, he's a white supremacist. People are actually coming out and saying it. Yes, he is a white supremacist. He is a racist. So what do we do as a nation when everybody knows that the only people that are protecting him are those that even they know he's racist? Even the racists know he's racist. It's what do we do as a nation, as a society, when we know and we call it out, and now it's in the national discord. We're talking about it, baby. It's not, is he a racist? Yes, he's a racist. He's narcissistic. He only cares about himself. And this little whole thing between El Paso and Daytona, Daytona, I keep saying Daytona, Dayton, that it's about him. It's always about him, his crowd size, or
it's about no one else.
Yeah.
His crowd size, his no offense, his pecker, his hands,
There's no problem there. I guarantee you. Yeah, we got to
my
witness
job
something different.
I've been the greatest president ever known.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yes, it's a constant parade of that shit too. How much can you pat yourself on the back before everybody's just sick of it?
Well, he is the greatest at one thing. He is the most egotistical president.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
What is that? I remember that old Bandit thing from years ago on Smoking the Bandit. No offense, sorry for making the reference, but when that, what was it? When they were walking by the trailer, and he goes, somebody would paint his trailer, would go to a minister's thing dressed in feathers, and he goes, egotistical son of a bitch.
Boy, howdy.
Or the preacher, that cooter guy in Kentucky who dances with snakes and got bit. God will heal me. God will heal me, and he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, shouldn't be tempting God like that. You know, you believe in God, you shouldn't be testing him like that. God's not there to be tested by you. Cassie,
I
It's
just seen
going to
it.
kill you. It's the
I wanna-
snake.
I want to read this what Cassie Hicks wrote here. Don't let that go up. I'm going to read that. I don't know how to do that technical shit.
And you're like, here, do this.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? Okay.
He went to go get a snack and stuff while I was here holding down the fort. Cassie Hicks wrote, we had a young black man shot 6 times in the back here in Colorado Springs a week ago. And I saw the video yesterday. His hands were free as he was running. There was a big protest rally downtown about it in front of the police station. 2 freaking bounty hunters showed up and started waving guns around at the people at the rally. Thanks to the police, those 2 guys got arrested. Bunch of racist pricks. You know, that's pitiful, Cassie. You know, but those stories, they're all across our nation, and that's how come that we need to be involved. That's why Black Lives was born. Is because of that. Because we have, you know, it's because we live in a country of guns. We have more guns in this country than we have people. You know, because of the culture of guns in this country.
Per capita.
Yes,
per capita.
Yes. Everybody's got. There's enough guns for everybody to have a couple guns. You know, it's ridiculous. But with that comes, you know, the police have that the mentality of, well, I better shoot fast, better make that decision real quick, and at times it wasn't necessary. You know, if this kid was shot in the back, baby, that, you know, that cop, he wasn't threatened. You know. The FBI
has warned several years ago, before Bush, that the white supremacists were joining the police department, and that it was going to be a problem.
Well, I've seen it here in Texas. I can't remember I talked about it on the show one time. A city here in Texas, the police department had a picture showing off a bunch of, or not a bunch. They had very little, some drugs that they had confiscated at a house or something. Anyway. 3 of the officers in the picture are flashing the white power symbol down there in their hands. 3 of them. You know, if it's one guy, maybe you might be able to get away with, well, I didn't know it was, I just, with 3 of them sitting there doing that, that's 3 white supremacists in the police department, baby.
Congressman here in Colorado that he got voted out. It was basically, he got voted out because he was having an affair. Then they found out he was kind of a white supremacist, even though, you know, he had this big old handlebar mustache, and one guy even said on the news, "I'd like to take that handlebar mustache, shave it off, and stick it somewhere."
Yes, you know. I'm telling you.
You know, that hand sign is nothing in American Sign Language. That hand sign represents asshole.
Yeah, which I think is appropriate for the guys using it. You know, it's. Who is this guy? Well, that's who this guy that I called out earlier, Matthew Gerbert. He works for the State Department. He was working on his propaganda shit. He wants a country for whites only. Yeah.
What?
Good luck with that, asshole. Go find you a little island, baby. Yeah. A deserted island with nobody on it. Then the dream is realized. You'd be a country upon yourself, asshole. Go knock yourself out. You know, that's what we want, a white nation. Well, go find you a deserted island and a bunch of y'all just go over there and just create you a little old society and just I don't know, jack each other off while you talk about hating other people. I don't know. Is that what y'all are doing?
And I'm sorry, I bet you if you check his background, there's a little bit of everything in there. You know?
Oh, that's, you know, yeah, that 23andMe, baby. Go get you a DNA test. That's what I say to all those white supremacist assholes. Go get you a DNA test, baby.
That you are, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And if you ain't, get your ass out. And as a matter of fact, they ought to just, you know, run you out of town or shit like that, just like they want to do everybody else. No, these
interception.
They got black blood in them too.
Yes. Just the mere concept of people that think that could even be accomplishable, you know, physically, the logistics of it, you know, all that kind of shit. They're ignorant. Well, we're gonna make a white nation. You're stupid. You know, it's just not possible. It's not anything. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. You can just sit there and weep in your own little shit all you want and just cry about how you've been oppressed as a white person. Kiss off. You know, it's just disgusting. I hate that, you know, it's embarrassing for our race.
That the South will rise again. People still hold on to that crap.
Yes, yes, yeah. I got one down the street. You know, he got the rebel flag out there. One time told me he's hooked up with the Klan. You know, yes, they're all over the place, baby. Some of them are just blatant and they don't care, but most of them hide behind a facade. They don't want they don't want you to know how they really feel. But if
hold on.
It
they
comes
know
out.
they're on the wrong side.
You know it, baby. You can sense it in how they are, who they know, what they talk about. You know,
yeah.
It's that kind of shit. I'm proud of my kids. My kids won't even let family members that talk that shit around them. So, and they told him, dude, get the fuck out of here. You're an asshole. We don't like racist assholes.
I have friends that are like, oh, such and such, the N-word, and I look at him, I said, dude, I'll slap you silly.
Yeah, no shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Bullshit.
It is. It's disgusting, and when you see it, you should call it out. You know, make them feel like the shit that they are.
Because I said that isn't a word you guys can use.
It's
a word that should be used.
And that kind of patriotism needs to be revived, because that's what it is. If you love that commercial, if you love America, you got to love all Americans, because that's what this country was built upon. The mixing pot, the big callaloo that we all are part of, the gumbo that we all mix together to make this country, and are proud of the history that we have seen for the better part of it, maybe not, but we're all part of it. You know, it's
for better or worse.
Yeah, and at no time ever was this country a white country, no matter how you want to think about it. Well, you know, John, back before the Civil War, it was a white country, because all black people. No, it wasn't. White people would have starved their ass off if it wasn't for the slaves that they had. You know.
And if it wasn't for the Native Americans,
yes.
A lot of them would have starved to death.
Starved. You know, and looking back, maybe it would have been a good thing if they did. You know, when you bring in the Native Americans, that's the first place I go. Is really Columbus discovered America? Kiss my ass. I always say that if you pull up on somebody's shore and there's somebody waving at your ass, you didn't discover shit. You just said it in your language. That's all. And when we get talking about America's history, yeah, baby, we owe the Native American in this country as much as we owe the black slaves.
And besides,
the descendants of black slaves.
The Vikings got here hundreds of years.
Yes, yeah, long time before Columbus did. You know, and they didn't come in going, you know, kill everybody except the villages they attacked and plundered.
White folks considered genocide to the Native Americans.
Yes,
and did such.
Yeah.
White folks
with no mercy and no empathy for them at all.
Back in the 70s, when they had all the the Sioux Nation was against the government. You know, I had my brother-in-law's father was a police officer at the time. There, Native American police officer, and they were threatening to kill him. You know, him and his family, because they said, "Hey, you know, we're trying to do," and he goes, "I know, but we have to have civil. We have to be civil. We have to talk."
Well, yeah. You'd think we'd all be working more towards a more civil society. We just saw it this last 2016 or 2018. I can't remember right off the bat. It was up in maybe South Dakota, North Dakota, where the Native Americans did not have street addresses, so therefore they could not register to vote, so therefore they could not vote.
It was 18, I think.
Yeah, was it 18? It's that kind of bullshit.
I think it was.
Really? A Native American? You're going to come up with some bullshit about why he's not American enough to vote? You know, it's sad. It's sad what some people, white supremacists and Republicans, because I just mix them all in there together. I used to not do that. I wouldn't have thought, well, the Republican Party is just a bunch of racist assholes. They're white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and liars, cheats, and thieves. but that's what I think now. That's what I tell people. If anybody asks me, what do you think about the Republicans, John? They're liars, cheats, thieves, racist, every disgusting thing you can think of, until they stand up and throw that man out of their party. Before they stand up for all Americans and not just white Americans. It's bullshit that the Republican Party does not stand up and do anything. They hide. They're cowards. No balls at all, baby.
You know what's really sad is that these people in power don't even care about our white brothers and sisters.
No,
if
baby.
You're low income,
if you're
they
poor,
consider you scum.
Yep, I'm telling you, baby. If you ain't got the money to, but what? That guy that owns the Miami Dolphins, the one that's got in trouble now because he's got an event going on for Donnie down in Miami or somewhere, and the tickets are like $250,000 a ticket. 250. Who's coming to the ball, baby?
Huh?
You know, because it ain't you. You know, it's not you going to be at that table. We're not at the table of any place. You know, you're lucky if you get to see your congressman if you go down to his office and jump up and down or something. You know, they're busy doing this and that. One of their staff will write you a letter. You know, they don't have time for your ass. They're busy doing governmental work, whatever the shit that is, because they're not getting anything done. There's nothing passing through the Senate. Yes, that's it. Bossing with him. That's it. Playing the dance with him.
How much ass can I kiss? I'm not doing good.
Well, it's all
look at Lindsay.
How much?
I think every time I think of Lindsay, I think of Lindsay Lohan. So that's all. Whatever. I'm not ready to call him that, but you know.
Yeah, well.
She looks better.
Yeah, she looks a lot better.
Yeah,
Lindsey Graham. The only thing I can think what happened to him is something. They got something over his ass because before he went to, before John McCain died, and before he went to Russia and came back off that junket he took over there, he came back a different man. You know, he came back kissing Donnie's ass. Ain't got a bad thing to started playing with golf with him all the time. You know.
They actually said that on one of the. I think it was they had a snippet of The View that Meghan McCain even said that's not Lindsey.
No.
You know, Graham. She said the Lindsey Graham I know wouldn't have done that.
No.
And it's like, well, he changed.
Yeah. After John McCain died, that was it. Lindsey turned to the dark side, baby.
Yeah.
It's South Carolina has to do the same thing that every state in this union has to do. Throw the damn Republican Party out of your state, out of your state house, out of your mayor's office, out of everything, because they're money grubbing whores. That's what they are. If you're not paying into them, baby, you don't get an audience. You know, they'll show up at the hospital, you know, try to get a photo op with you. I don't know.
I heard that photo op was kind of set up.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You all right there?
Yeah. 7.
Well, you know, when these politicians go in there and shake the hands with the patients, what they're saying is, here's a $150,000 bill. I hope you can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
You got enough insurance.
Well, I keep thinking to myself, this, you know, this is our story. You know, I'm just stuck with that. But we have to change this. I was talking to Mama this evening on the couch. You know, I'm beating my brains out trying to come up, because we've got a large following in this family. We've got a big family here. You know, and I just feel like we could make more of an impact. I'm just trying to, you know, either, I mean, we could write letters. You know, we could all get together and pick one person and just deluge his office with one, you know, on one subject.
I say we pick Pelosi's office and say, we've had enough.
Yeah.
Either get off the pot or step aside.
Well, that's open too, because I am too. I'm, you know, how much longer? You know, the impeachment thing, it's almost like now it's on the back burner because there's another crisis that we have to deal with. Until we get his ass out of our house, there's going to be a crisis all from now until 2020. And this won't be the last shooting. That's what
no.
Mom and I were talking about, because one spurs another. It seems like we've had 3, the Garlic Festival, then El Paso and Dayton. One is just like, it's in the news. Oh, look, there's somebody with a gun and they shot up a bunch of people. You know, I've been thinking about doing that. I think I'll go do that. And empowered to go act on that. And they have the weapons to do it.
There was another one just a couple days ago in California, and people down, several injured. It never even made the news.
And what kind of society does that bring us? It brings us to a society when a motorcycle backfires in Times Square. Look at the chaos it caused. Those people were running for their life from just the sound of what they perceived to be a gunshot. That's where we're at in this country. We're scared to death.
You hear a gunshot and you're looking around.
You're ducking, baby. You're getting your head down. What's going on? Where's it at? Who's got it?
John,
You don't know which way to go.
by the way,
Yes, ma'am, Jim.
touchdown.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Touchdown.
Kiss my ass. I know it. Just don't tell anybody. I don't want nobody else to hear me say that. Are they whooping the ass out of the Texas?
Not really. At 21-10, and it's just
That's
it's just
kicking
the
their
playtime,
ass.
playtime games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 10-point spread. That's
Not by Packer standards.
Well, I only take solace it's not the Cowboys. I can go in there, look at Mom, and go, "Oh, honey, your team sucked today. I'm sorry to hear that." No, I can't do that. She'll pay me back with my Dallas Cowboys.
my Broncos barely pulled it out, but they pulled it out. So now we'll see what Flacco can.
Yeah, we're all getting an eyeball of what we're going to look like this season. I don't know. Dallas better pull something out. We got 5 Super Bowl rings. We ain't had one in a long ass time. Now we got to catch up. I don't like that. Anyway.
Here in Minnesota, we got a long way to go.
Yeah. Well, you should be for your home team. Everybody should be. You have a little faith in your home team and hope that this will be the year that your team wins.
Join the thing.
Yeah, I don't want him to win.
It's going to be his last year, but it's
Good.
I have to admit, even as a Packer fan, I really would like to see Minnesota win the Super Bowl at some point here. No team has been there as often and lost as the Vikings.
Really?
Hello.
I want them to feel the wonder of a victory there.
Oh man. Yeah, anybody wins a Super Bowl.
And the Browns too. I want to see the Browns do something.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, you got a pen over there? I need to borrow one really quick.
I have to have one right here in Donnie's ass, right there. If you're ever looking for a pen, look up Donnie's
Thanks,
butt right there. There's one stuck up his
back.
ass right there. That's where I put it. I know where
The
it
day
is.
when I was talking to you, you were like, "I need your number," and I went to go over. Oh, there's my pen right up his ass.
Right up his ass. There you go. That's so I can write shit. So I pull it out his ass and I can write shit. Yeah, all right. Shit
Okay,
out
let's
here.
be clear. Are you talking about an ink pen or the stick pen?
Well, it's an ink pen, but no, I have the stick pen version right here. It's the oh yeah, and it gets used too. Don't think this thing don't get used. When I'm sitting here poking around and thinking of stuff, and I'll just shove that right up in his cheek and think, wow, I wonder if he feels that. Rub it around a little bit and stick one in his
shove
pecker.
it somewhere else, and then
Yeah, he's got a bunch of holes back here where his ass is. Yeah. The only one that gets any mercy is that guy over there. Because I got to get him, and when I go to beating, I'm gonna break something. So I pull out the Tim Cormal doll and
The beat your ass doll?
And yes, and it's filled with elephant shit. This is filled with elephant shit. That's what all Republicans are filled with.
It's good fertilizer.
Shit. Yes. Yeah. Oh, just fertilizer. I don't know if anybody saw the picture of the guy that was going to get.
You'll understand why in just a second. We're gonna have to cut it short, but yeah.
Okay.
So we got about 10 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Just managing for you.
I was just about to say I saw a picture on I don't know, I think it was Yahoo or something, of this guy who had he was trying to retrieve bat guano, bat shit, which is a very expensive fertilizer. Really it is. If you go looking for fertilizer, bat guano is very expensive. So this guy was trying to collect some over and I think it was Thailand, and he slipped and he slid down and got wedged into this little crack between in a crevice, and he was stuck in there for 4 days before they found him. And Lord have mercy, talk about between a rock and a hard place. But luckily they found him and got his ass out. But you know, talking about batshit crazy, I'm telling you.
Weird things go on in Thailand.
Yes, they do.
I think that I've been there. Like that thing that
I've been there, and I can attest to that.
Was that person Bachman Michelle?
Yeah.
Michelle Bachman?
I wish it would have been. Now, if it would have been her, all that she would have had, Lord Jesus would have come down and swiped her ass out real quickly, you know. Yeah.
Hey, John, do me a favor. I want to test the delay. Touch your nose. I need a signal to test the delay.
I did.
Oh.
There, I did it twice now. Now I'm waving. How much of a...
It's probably going to be an absurd amount of delay.
Oh, are you kidding me? You got that much of a delay?
I think it's like almost a 10-second delay almost.
Oh, wow.
Got to get better internet.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
That ain't...
17.
No, it's not. It's not you
seconds?
guys. It's
for the first touch.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's not you guys. It's when it goes over to the internet. It's delayed.
Yeah. It's the only internet service we have. You know, we want to upgrade.
No. But like I said, it's not you guys. It's the internet. When it actually goes out there, it's like it's really got on the way.
Gee, you'd think we'd develop high-speed internet all across the United States like other countries have done. Gee, that's a great idea. We ought to do that. Gee, we ought to do high-speed rail and stuff like that they do in other countries. Ooh.
Could you imagine how much money they would have to accomplish that if, say, they put a small surcharge on everybody's phone bill since 1996?
Yeah.
Oh wait, they did that.
They did that. Yeah. Just a way to get money.
They're talking. Yeah. They're talking here in Colorado. They want to do the. What is that? The train that is basically supposedly supposed to be in the little tunnel underneath.
Oh right.
I don't know. Yeah, they've been talking about that, and they're actually getting a lot of enthusiasm now.
I would love to see high-speed rail in this country, just so I could go visit y'all. You can get on the train and just jump right over to your house. We could do the show there.
Are you guys able to do VPN or like even a satellite connection?
I'll turn that right over to my technical director.
I'm behind the blue dot at the moment.
Yeah, well, let the blue dot speak.
Well, I'm actually testing a VPN at the moment just to see how it was like. Unfortunately, I'm really pissed off because I think it's false advertising when they say you can get Netflix from all over the world, and then Netflix blocks those VPN IPs. So yeah, that's no fun. But a satellite internet, which is normally offered everywhere, there is a data cap where if you cross a certain line of data, they will cripple your connection down to nothing. Yeah. And I know there's some services that'll
do that in one night.
Yeah, less than a night. Yeah. So what we have is it's not
the best we can
it's
get.
The best we can get. Yeah. Basically, there's no other option.
Yeah, unless they run a cable out here directly to my house.
What is it megabytes per section per second?
We usually get about 4 or 5 megs per second if we're lucky.
That's only the download. The upload is like 1 to 1.5.
We're really
slow.
That's
pathetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In South Korea, it's like 30, 40, something like that.
Yeah, something outrageous.
That's what I mean. They have broadband all across countries in other countries, and we can't get it here.
We can upgrade to a business plan with our current provider that can give us 10 upload,
More money.
But that's going to be $170 a month.
Yeah. If you go into a business plan, that is because they got me though because I have a production. I have a production going on, so I should have a business account anyway, sir. Yeah, kiss my ass. That's where they get you though. You know, if you want better service, we have it available. You just have to pay for it. You know, it's that kind of shit.
Exactly.
We have 60 megabytes per second.
Oh shit!
And I'm only paying $59 a month.
God damn! I wish we had that.
Yeah, I'm paying that much money for, like I said, 3 at the most. You know, on a good day.
I get 8 for about 45 a month.
Damn.
And they keep saying we can upgrade to 100 thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not going through another modem change or nothing.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could have
fine.
fiber optic.
Well, if we ever,
I can play
if we get to the
Netflix,
point,
and I don't have to sit there and watch it buffer.
Yeah.
On that note, if you're so inclined and you enjoy the show, for $1 a month, you can join our Patreon page and help to us to upgrade to those finer features that can provide for more entertainment for the viewing all that shit, you know what they say on TV and all that.
Yeah, we got a lot of plans for the day comes we get a better internet connection.
Yeah, we got, we want to go with our own website, get a domain name and stuff, so we can be more concentrated on one.
Have you looked into like Hughes or?
Oh yeah, we used to have Hughes.
No Hughes.
Yeah, we used to have Hughes. Yeah.
No. Well, they've got a new one out. They call it Bios or Bios, something like that. It's supposed to be really good and cheap.
I don't know. I get advertisements for satellite companies quite often.
We got one the other day that was offering like up to 100 megabits per second, but the problem is it's like cellular data, and the moment you cross that threshold, they'll cut you down.
That's the fine print in all of those is the amount of data you use. If you cross a certain threshold, either you got to pay per, with Hughes, you has to go pay money for tokens. It was like a payphone. I swear you had to go to their site, pay your real cash for tokens, and then you would go back to the site where you were trying to use your satellite and pay your tokens. So it's like, damn, I'm not at a carnival ride here, but I sure feel like it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and cut it short. I'm sorry, we could have something came up, and we will be here. I have my rant tomorrow on Friday. Y'all, shit, what am I talking about? Y'all know what day tomorrow is? It's Friday, baby.
Beer and Bud.
It's Beer and Bud. That's right. There's a choir here. We can all say it at one time. 1, 2, 3. What day is it? Beer and Bud.
Beer and Bud.
That's right. It's Beer and Bud Friday. So put the beer on ice. Get the bud in the bowl. Don't light it until tomorrow, though. And I'll be looking for you. I'll be wearing
cowboy hat.
I'll be wearing my cowboy hat and a Kansas City Chiefs Randy Peterson's T-shirt tomorrow, and I'll show off my blue dot, Velda, that I got today too. And
Velda wanted me to tell everybody have a good night and all that. She got cut out from our internet earlier,
didn't put enough tokens in the machine.
Nope.
There you go. That's what happens. Anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight and being a part of our conversation. And our Facebook family and Periscope, baby, we appreciate y'all being here. Our YouTube family, baby, we miss you. As soon as they lift our ban on our ass, we'll be back out there live. And so don't give up on us. We'll be uploading this on the YouTube, Blue Dot in Texas, and y'all see it immediately in about an hour or so after it uploads. 2 hours. It takes a lot.
Something like that.
Yeah, slow speed. It takes a long time to upload it. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I'll be here tomorrow. Y'all take care. We'll have another another Blue Dot family meeting on Sunday. So y'all make sure to tune in for that. I love all y'all. Y'all just be kind to each other. Put a smile on somebody's face if you can, baby. Right now in our world, it's the best thing, the best gift that you can give anybody. And keep thinking about how we can make it a better world. Anyway, on that note, y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.